there's this concept in criminal law called specific intent crimes versus general intent crimes. So specific intent crimes are those you must actually intend the result in question. So if this were a specific intent crime, Don Lemon must have intended to interfere. That was the reason he did it. Okay. But if it's a general intent crime, he must merely intend to do the acts in question, which acts happen to interfere, even if his goal was to do something else. And so if it's a specific intent crime, he probably has a defense being like, actually, I didn't intend to interfere. I intended to come as a journalist, even though my actions happened to interfere. But it doesn't read that way to me. I actually had my research assistant look up if there are any cases interpreting this part of the statute, and there aren't any as far as we could find. But it reads like a general intent crime to me, actually. So
who decides if it's general or specific intent crime?
Well, usually the statutes have some like clues. So statutes that say if you must willfully do something, usually willful means you must actually intend the result that is accomplished. Other things is just like the law, the common law history, it just tells us that it's a specific intent crime. So if I take your phone, which is right here, but is that theft? Well, not if I don't have a Catherine. No, the answer is no. It's not theft, unless I have an intent to deprive you of it, permanently deprive you of it. For all you know, I was taking it because, well, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't have really a good reason to take it, so it would be an inference against me. But you understand the point. The act of simply taking something isn't enough to make something theft. You have to have an intent to accomplish a particular result. And so we know it from the statute. We know it from sort of common law. So, but here I don't think, it reads like a general intent. Like he must merely have intended to do the acts that happen to interfere. His better defense might be the definition of physical obstruction. By the way, did he actually physically obstruct like normal people? Like that looks like a physical obstruction. But as I like to tell my students, always look at the statute to see if it has like a special definition. And here it does define physical obstruction as like obstructing ingress and egress from the facility. Yeah, those are fun words.
So from people going in or out?
Yeah, that's right. And that's right. Exactly.
I should be writing these laws.
Yes. That's right. Why can't we just say going in and out, like ingress and egress? And like there clearly were people who did that, and I think some of them have been arrested and charged and so on. But I suppose the question is whether Don Lemon did it, which we don't know.